Welcome Tassie, mate. Bit of a whirlwind week for you. What happened in New Zealand?
Yeah, definitely excited to be here. Yeah, it was nice to get the win in New Zealand, finish the season like that, but now we got the main season starting up, so ready to get going.
Did you get time to celebrate over there, or was it straight on the plane for you?
Yeah, a little bit, like celebrate with the team a little bit after the game, but straight on the flight, like 11 o'clock the next morning, to get here, and got here at like 11 o'clock Monday night.
You signed a while ago now. What's it like to actually be here and check out the facilities and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Like, we got a great group, great coaches. It's been a fun week this week, learning a lot and getting better. So enjoying it.
What sort of clarity, I suppose, have you got? I know you've been here a short time, but just in terms of your role and what you're expected to bring to this team this season.
Yeah, I think like I'm gonna kind of just earn what I get here at practice. So it's just kind of bringing it every day at practice and kind of going from there. And then my role will kind of depend what the team needs. Like on any night, it'll be different. Everyone can kind of step up in a certain way. But yeah, it's just for me, it's just trying to keep getting better as a player, keep growing and learning and doing all that kind of stuff.
Seen so many people.
I was just going to say, what does it mean to play with some of the players down here and the coaching staff?
Yeah, it's special. Like Drim's a good mate of mine, so I've known him for a while. It's similar to like a few of the guys. Like I've known Benny, Shawnee, and Mags, all just through Jack as well. So yeah, it's been cool to be here with them this week. And yeah, it's been cool.
Seen a lot of players come here and get better, mate. I guess under the coach. Is that obviously what you're hoping to achieve as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's like that's my goal. Just keep getting better as a player, keep growing, keep learning, and yeah, just keep doing that.
About a whirlwind week, mate. That's probably an understatement compared to what you've been through. But nice to be back in Tassie, though.
Yeah, nice to be back. I leave in about 6 hours, so just in and out. Good to get around the boys and sort of put some names to faces and meet everyone and sort of introduce myself before I head away with the Boomers again. So I'm excited and just trying to see where I put my focus at the moment, but really looking forward to sort of run around today for a little bit and get to know a few of the boys.
You obviously did so well over in the Summer League. What was the feedback, I guess, from Memphis about your time there?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I got a lot of feedback. It was more they enjoyed having me around, they enjoyed me as a person, and they'll be watching for the future. That's pretty much essentially what I got. So it was a great experience and very grateful for them for bringing me in and helping me with my rehab and looking after me, and I was treated like one of their own, so very grateful for my time there and everyone involved.
Did you feel personally you were close to potentially getting that two-way contract? Or?
I think I did everything I could. They were pretty transparent with what they wanted and what they were looking for, and I thought I put my foot in the right direction and did the right thing, and ultimately they went with someone just probably a bit younger, which is, that's sport, you're always competing against someone for a bigger contract in a different league somewhere, so just grateful I got the opportunity and happy to be back and around Tassie and looking forward to the season ahead.
The whole experience obviously won't be wasted. What enhancements to your game do you think you've maybe brought out of that small stint at Summer League that you might be able to roll into an NBL season here, if any?
I wouldn't say a lot of enhancements. I think just the professionalism they had in rehab and just their budget's a bit bigger than ours, so the equipment and the devices and all the testing and all that stuff was sort of next level, which I think was invaluable to my rehab for my wrist and my shooting hand, and so very grateful that I got to be a part of that and get rehab sort of in a word properly, but not that they wouldn't do it properly here, but sort of at their level with all their testing and all that stuff.
I know you can't help being injured or how you're able to stay healthy or whatnot, but how big a factor or focus is that for you this season to play as many games as you possibly can to stay on the court for as long as possible?
Yeah, it's always a focus. I've had a few bad runs and a few unlucky ones, but all I can do is control what I do today and tomorrow, and we'll go from there. And I think Roth's got a sort of a new plan for managing me a little bit more sort of towards the mid-season and maybe backing me off some trainings a little bit, and I guess when that bridge comes we'll cross it, but I think there's a loose plan involved at the moment about just trying to keep me managed and healthy for the season.
Is that something that you consult with him and he consults with you in terms of what's best for you and how you feel sort of going through the season and giving you the best chance of staying on the team?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
How energised are you, mate, about this new group? I suppose it looks a lot different. Kept the same reports coming back occasionally, and a lot of the bulk of the squad's been the same. So to have some new guys must be energising.
Yeah, it will be good. Obviously, a lot of learning, which for me can be a bit, a bit of the same. We've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now, so. But it's all exciting to, I guess, get some new faces in, some new energy. I think we're a bit younger this year, so it should be a bit more up and down, a bit faster. So it should be exciting for the fans, and I am really excited.
How excited about the Brewers opportunity too, getting up there with the lads?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. I think, speaking of Capes in Vegas, he's super pumped, not just to have me, but Sean and Josh involved in the camp. And I know there'll be a lot of other boys. I know Giddy and Dyson are going to be around. Delhi's going to be there just to sort of bring on this new campaign towards LA Olympics. So he's super pumped to have myself and everyone else involved, and looking forward to getting back out there and playing with Jack and Sean and Zabe Cooks and Jack White in a different sort of environment. So it should be good fun.
So Jack, how cool was that moment when you're against each other with all those awesome pictures and stuff?
Yeah,
special?
It was cool. Obviously I love Jack. I've spoken to him a lot over the sort of past year. He's been away, but he was playing a little better than I was. They were winning, and he said to me, what's it like playing against the Jack McVeigh experience? So it made me want to headbutt him a little bit, but no, it was great just to see him thriving in that environment as well. So cool to see him, and we caught up a fair bit and did some experience together, so yeah, good fun.
Hairstyle, keeping that for the upcoming season?
Yeah, we'll see. It's a little short on the side, so I get these little clown hairs that poke out, but I'm pretty indifferent to it at the moment. I haven't had the time to go and get it cut, so I've just been jumping from place to place. And again, I don't really have the time to get a haircut between training and my flight, so I'll be on the Gold Coast and in Saudi Arabia with my hair tied up. So.
I'm jealous. Mate, you were saying a bit of a year one feel about it with a new little group here?
Yeah, it is very fresh faces, but the exciting thing was everyone come in on day one for our camp, just excited to want to do well and integrate into the group, and I thought had that year one feel about it again. Though it's fresh and it's exciting for our club.
How can you guys settle in? Only been here a couple of days, I guess, a lot of them, but do you feel like they're making a bond already almost?
It was funny, after our session yesterday, which was day 2, I said to Weeks here, it feels like everyone's been here for several weeks, and all these guys know each other. They're all in and around the NBL or junior pathways, and so they know each other. And Scott's very diligent about picking the right people and people that are on the edge and passionate about doing well, and they've come in and put their best foot forward for our club straight away.
How much do you strip it back in terms of the way you want to play and how you want to go about things? Obviously, it'll be dictated a little bit by new players and fresh faces and whatnot, but how much stays the same and how much does change?
Yeah, I think there'll be some stuff that's definitely going to change in the style of play because we're a very different group, and some things will stay the same because they've been proven. And one thing that's not changing is our defensive philosophy. If anything, it'll probably get ramped up with even more pressure and with different faces. And our offensive system will change a little bit around skill set, but the first 3 days here at camp has been very strip back the basics, start from scratch, and just get everyone integrated, whether it be on the floor or off the floor where they've had things to get done.
There's a fair bit of stock being put into that front court, Magnay and Bannon. It's pretty exciting. It must be exciting as a coach as well to see what that might be able to produce this year.
Yeah, no question. It's we went hard after Josh. We felt like when he became a free agent, it was a real focal point for us to get a little bit bigger in that position. And obviously Mags is a boomer, so we would have loved to have seen him be in the NBA, but that's the other way around. I'd like to see us as a stopgap for him, and one day his time will come. But right now, I know he walked back into the meeting this morning and he's got that swagger about him, and he's passionate about being successful with the Jackies.
And he mentioned as well that there might be managed a little bit more differently throughout the middle of the season, just to ensure that he is able to stay on the court. That's obviously something that the club's very conscious of. You're probably at your best when he's out there, obviously.
Absolutely. I think that was proven last season. The year we won it, he was in the high 20s for games played, and we know he's a premier player in the league. So Will Magnay on the floor for us, And with the medical staff that we have, and we've got a good plan around it, we feel good about him playing a significant role for 33 plus games.
Waiting for a couple of imports to touch down, but can you give us a bit of an insight as to their role during the season? What can we expect?
You can expect very athletic. Both can score off the bounce. They're not dissimilar in the way they play in the open court, and we're going to aim to play with a little bit more pace. Not necessarily shoot it quicker, but a little bit more pace in that first 8 seconds. And part of that was Bannon and his rebounding to be able to support Mags and in the front court. But both of them in the open court we believe are going to be really strong contributors for us.
You said that there'll be a little bit of a change up with the sort of game structure and things like that. Is that based off last season, or is it based off having those fresh faces?
I just probably more off fresh faces. No, our system's proven. It didn't change too much last season to the year before, and we had really good players. We just replaced them with different types of athletes, and so some of that will change because of that. Not so much because it didn't work last season. I think there was a stretch where we had 8 games where we were basically the best team in the league. So we're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as they say.
What do you sort of pick up out of Summer League? The organisation heads over there and he's represented, bigger budgets and a lot different setups, of course, but the little things around the fringes that NBA teams are doing, are there anything you can say, we're going to take that back to Tassie and do that?
I think, I didn't go this year, but I think it's more relationship building when you go to Summer League from a club standpoint. I know last year from a coaching standpoint, some of the stuff that we brought back around player development from the Spurs has already been integrated into what we do. But from a club standpoint, it's more relationship building, getting to know who's who. Obviously, Darren Smith has moved into the GM of basketball role, and that's about who's who in the zoo. Who are the GMs in the NBA that you can get information about players and build relationships so you get good, trustful information about players that you want to recruit.
Sorry, is there an excitement about getting back in front of a home crowd at MyState Bank Arena, especially for those fresh faces that have anticipated?
Well, that's a strange question, isn't it? No, I didn't mean to answer it like that.
Can you talk us through
Absolutely. I think one of Josh Bannon's things about coming to Tasmania was playing in front of the Jack Jumpers crowd, and we're all passionate to get back to MyState Bank Arena. If we can play 33 home games, we'd be happy about that.